Yes, I welcome back to the pod. Big up on yourself. What go on? What good? You don't know how we do what we do, or when we do what we do. Welcome. Now it's a beautiful Wednesday outside. It's kind of partly cloudy, partly sunny, but we are doing the do here on our side of the hemisphere. All right, my people. Bless up, big up on yourself, and welcome, welcome, welcome.
You don't know on the Real Things podcast. Hey yo!
All right. So, without no further ado, we want to delve into today's interesting story. Today, we want to take you to the streets of Nyabohanse, all things Africa, Kenya to be exact. You, you've seen what's been happening for the past few days on the streets of YT. All things relate to that quaint little village on the eastern side of Africa called Nyabohanse. Now, this is for those of you who recently joined and wondering, or even for those of you who are coming across this podcast or this channel and are wondering, what am I talking about? Well, we're talking about this village of YouTubers, uh, brought to you courtesy of I am Marwa, the Kenya travel blogger and content creator. His village was introduced. He introduced this village to us of some few years back. But when Matele say we've watched this village like we've been watching this village under a microscope one kind of way. The world is watching and has been watching. And everything that happens in this village, um, be it good or bad, we are always here. Some of us watching from behind the curtain, some of us talk out what our dislikes, what we like. But as for me, honestly, a lot of the things I want to say this straight up. I've said it before on my other channel. I'm gonna take the opportunity to say it here. A lot of things that are being brought to the streets of YT in this little quaint little YouTube village. I call it the YouTube village. A lot of things that are brought to the YT streets have no place, and I think that some of the people them don't know their boundaries. And also, um, when it comes to the topic of today, honestly, it's breaking my heart, well, some kind of way, because we've seen also from this little village where people are now, how should I put this, people are now going beyond the village stories, the authentic village stories. People are now, how should I put this, taking things to a different level. They're upping the ante. People are fabricating stuff if they have to. It is a dog eat dog situation right now in the village of Nebahanse. One might want to come and say nothing no go so, because I've seen some video people saying the village is quiet and it's not like that when you enter the village. But there's two sides of Nebahanse village. One is the village, the physical village. And there's another side of Nyabohanse, which is the online village of Nyabohanse, the online community, the online village of Nyabohanse. And in this one, the sun never seems to set. And it's sad. It is sad because people have gone beyond content creation now, or true authentic content creation. Let me rephrase. True authentic village lifestyle content creation. Now with the village lifestyle, you would expect that all kind of thing gonna happen. Things will happen in a regular life, in a real life settings. Like you will have fights, you will have quarrels, you will have disagreements, you will have agreements. A time for everything under the sun. And as I say, it's been coming to us, like this fashion of content been has been coming to us over some good 1 year and going, 1 year counting. And I'm going to tell you why I say 1 year and counting. We've seen after, forget about that the likes of the Masuba one and the Ernest, and those boys were bad from the inception. They had greed written all over because they become they became those boys became enemies of progress from day one. They were the beginning of all things bad. Yeah. Honestly, on the streets of Nyabohanse, in the online community, may I talk about now. No, they brought a negative side of the village, and somehow it faded away because people weren't watching them no more. Find out, people found out like a lot about them in a short space of time, because what happened was that they began to show the true colors. They themselves began this infighting thing, and it showed people that this is really what they're made up of, because they themselves couldn't get it together when they came out as a clan and were trying to paint um like the village bad, or paint not even the village itself, but the target here in that village. There's this one specific target, and we can there's no denying, those of you who know, there's no denying that the target is Marwa and his family. Why? One may ask, because them say they have it to say. Even just now before I came on here, I saw a comment which I responded to. And the comment, the person was saying, it is because everybody in the village hates that family because they believe, basically, they believe like they're better than everybody else. It's stupid. It's really stupid because a few people would run to jump on that bandwagon. And the few people who would run to jump on that bandwagon is the ones who don't have mind to think for themselves and eyes to see what is really happening. They listen to the ones that come here with the fake stories, eh? Only for pity. And they know when they create the pity stories, they know what comes after that. People will start taking sides, and also that people are going to be sending them money. It comes with a that those stories. It's like these people who are joining forces with them to help them fight the villagers. It's like they're not realizing that it is all a game. No, put aside all those boys that I just called the Masubu one, the whatever, whatever, and the Ernest. Put aside those boys. It We've seen a new breed of content creation coming out from the villa after they came from the villa after they were expelled. And Marwa became target number one because why? They were spoken to about the way how they were doing their content, how they would run to the camera to if videos were being filmed, they would run even though it was not their property, and they know how the rules are. Once you upload to YouTube, they would run to upload so they could have the rights to the content, and so on, and a lot of other things. The way how they would fit the titles, the way how they would say things about the, even though some people need to get it in them head that certain titles is just for clickbait. Some people wouldn't understand that. I understand, I do understand, and I get it. They will do things to draw attention and mercilessly without thinking about the implications that would come behind it. And when I say implications, I mean for them, because who they were creating those titles about, or what they were creating those titles about, geared directly to Marwa, it never really hurt Marwa. It hurt them because then they were scattered. They were the ones who weren't sure where their monies were coming from. The new, how would I put this now? The newly earned fame, that they weren't sure if they would be up there anymore or they would be recognized anymore, because being at Ayamarwa's compound, they were under the radar, they were in the spotlight, and people just loved them and would send things to them, and they were loved and appreciated for the good work that they were doing. But then when they were expelled for the bad behaviors, the raunchy titles, so on and so forth, it was like revealing, and the revealing titles. And people weren't liking it and they were expelled. And it was not titles alone, it was so many other things that we saw, even with behavior, with the animals, things, a lot of other things. Now that they were expelled, they did not know what would happen. So, after learning of their expulsion, learning that they were expelled, um, give me a second there. After learning that they were expelled, my people, they took to a new version of content creation. Which one is this? Attack 101. And they began to attack the villa and the villa owner mercilessly. The villa owners, other family members, spilling all kind of fake beans. Some hanky panky went on. No, they've been scattered. They're still there, struggling here and there, getting them donations here and there to continually. It's like I would call them, if I should use the word mercenaries, some of you cannot relate. Some of you might be able to relate. Mercenaries. I would call them mercenaries. And they are sent in to do a type of work with pay. They're contracted to do a type of work, and the type of work is to continually disrupting the village, to continually disrupting that family, make chaos for this family. Yeah, make chaos. Give me a second, people. Hmm. You understand? Make chaos in the village. I was just responding to something. And that they did. This is how they make their living. This is how they're making their living. Now, for a few, maybe over 2 weeks now, we've been seeing some incident with Land Saga. Where when I say Land Saga, I should say Road Saga, actually, where the Mwango's villa has now lost much of the road access. I say much of the road access because it's partially blocked at this point. I don't know if them take it down since yesterday, but it's partially blocked. So no lorries can pass through there. It is basically like a motorbike or maybe a small vehicle could pass or something like that. All of that has happened since yesterday. But what happened a week ago? Arrests were made, Moremi was beaten, blah blah blah. We all know the story. I don't want to go back into that. And there is one person behind this whole saga, and is none other than this guy who let me clear up myself a little bit there. Let me speak a little more clearer. When I say one person behind this saga, meaning that he's the one who is pushing, constantly pushing the whole thing, working alongside whomever he's supposed to work with to make it not go away. Why I say this? The proof is in the pudding, guys. No, after Moremi was beaten, because he stood up so the lorry could pass with the material for Demongo's construction, which a lot of us who are here watching would have known by now. And by the way, if you're watching and you have not subscribed, please kindly take the time out to subscribe to the channel. And if you have not liked this video, please do so. What are you waiting for? Thank you. Now, we've seen Moremi take beaten and the people, the family, his own by his own family member, just because, as per them, he crossed the line. How he crossed the line? By standing up for the Mwango instead of standing up with his own family members for not allowing the Mwango to pass. Okay, them said the gate was damaged at his family members' yard. Them said the crops, which we seen on camera, I don't know about the gate, but I've seen the crops on camera. The caps they said the crops were damaged. I beg your pardon, my people. Them said the crops were damaged. We've seen it also where just a little row of the crops were damaged. Well, if you could have went pay for it, they should have paid for it under Scarlet Judge, but it didn't look like he wanted any money. It didn't seem like he wanted any money. He was more adamant about just no vehicular traffic there. Come with your something them by your head like a donkey, or maybe you get a motorbike and bring in the 240 bag of cement, but don't come through here because you're messing up my one row of beans or whatever was planted there. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You following me? So we've seen all of that shenanigans over the week ago, which led to now the other lands are being fenced. Now people, honestly, the whole section right there where the road is, they are families both left and right. Family get frightened and start to fence up land. Because what? This guy is there, fear mongering, telling the people them about land grab and who gonna come take land and what. So ignorance really is a bliss. May I tell you. It really is a bliss. Now, because those people now start to fear about land grab and whatnot, fence start to go around land. Now, crops get crushed, fence cross road too. Instead of fixing this thing amicably, they just adding fuel to the flame. And this guy in the middle, who is also related to them, in the middle of the whole thing, adding more fuel to the flame. By what? By physically going here and there, saying he's trying to make peace. Resurrected his YouTube channel by coming out every day now with content, gaining subscribers like crazy because what? Oh, I'm here as a champion for the village. Champion for what village? No, no, guys. If you are championing for a cause or a worthy cause, it should be a good worthy cause. The word worthy supposed to have to stand with beside the word good, hand in hand, right? Yeah. No, what cause or what worthy cause could you be championing about when if you're here about a road and some fence and some crops, mm, if you're here about all of that and you're here to help them, help your family members not get their lands taken as per what you were fear mongering about, if you were here for all of that, you were paid to fence land, you fence the land. But yet for all, the guy is still here running left, right, and center about all stories, fake stories, every day coming. Oh, he's coming with envelope. He's gone to Megori. He's gone to this, and this. He was told to give to be giving. To be to he was told to bring proof, and when he has the proof they will know what to do. Dum. Now I think my mic is a little bit distorted today. I did not refresh some settings here. I should have. And I think my mic is a little bit distorted, but I hope that you can hear me clearly. Yeah, so this guy has now gone back in all ancient stories, trying to make his how can I say no? What's this word I'm looking for? Trying to make his followers believe in him. This guy who calls say he's a pastor. I say a fake pastor, trying to make his worshippers run to him. Yay, Savior, you have come to save Nebuchadnezzar. Save Nebuchadnezzar. Nonsense. Nonsense. The guy is in the midst, only going back to stir up all nonsense and fake stories. Before I dig further into that part, I want to play a piece of a video that I took from Rocio's yesterday's vlog, right? And in this video, I want to show you a piece of Marwa's yard that all of we who watches Marwa religiously then, not in a bad way, when we say religiously, meaning that we are avid watchers of Marwa. All of us who watches him would have seen from time to time how much he struggles Not, no, not in even, when I use the word struggle, not even in a bad way, you know, struggles with the water that, would log his yard and actually erode the yard is like in that section of the yard. You will see where the erosion is so bad in some places that he would have had to put some pipes on top of the gabion when he rebuilt the wall. You guys remember when the wall collapsed, and when he rebuilt that wall, he put some pipes, two pipes, I think, over on top of the gabion that was laid to hold up the soil from being eroded, and to that those pipes were placed there to assist with the runoff from the grass. Eh? It is so saturated. At times, he actually dug trenches in the yard to get the water away so the whole yard don't cave in. We all know it is a pond. It was a pond at some point. Some say swamp and he's a swamp king and yada yada blah blah. But a lot of them are struggling. Where he would find water, a lot of them are struggling because men knows the water is the source of life. But the wrong amounts can be detrimental. And in this case, in order for him not to lose again massively with the swift erosion, because when the rain falls, it actually makes like another river in the yard itself. We've seen where this massive hole is already in one section. And that's why the pipes are there. Don't just take a look, guys, on the screen.
Oh, Debbie, honestly.
No, this is one of the few like drainage that is in the yard. This one runs from right where you know that where the fish pond is, there's a spring there. That section is actually a spring right there by itself. Sometimes you will see, I heard them even saying that fishes would wash from there and find its way into the river from that water. You understand? So it's coming from the spring by the fish pond. Not no sewage nonsense that they're talking about. But anyway, as you can see on screen, this is the section of yard. That is what I'm trying to highlight. The section, one of the section of the yard that that the water is troubling. Just take a look. Just take a look. Let me just bring this
Yes,
down
but
some more.
wala Onyx.
Look at that section
Wala
of
Onyx.
yard. Look at that section of the yard. If you look all the way over to that side, there's a crater somewhere here that the water has caused, where the water has caused erosion in the soil. Eh? So those pipes were only there to run off the massive amount of water that will spring up in the yard after a rainfall. And can you tell me why would this guy why why would this guy be all over the internet trying to convince his followers that Marwa that Marwa has his sewage seeping into the river? Just take a listen to this,
Thank you so much,
guys.
guys. So I thought that every day I'll be giving you updates, everyday updates. Where are we? What are we doing? Then I'll be coming and report after I've done it. Hello. Tante biro yakire hake? Unaona? So no, that those. No. So guys, I'll be coming back and tells you whatever we've already done. What preparation are we? What stage are we? I can say that, guys. It's getting hot, as usual. Today, guys, I was able now to go to Migori with the papers signed. Now, what is needed, guys, is an exhibit. Because those guys told me that now everything is okay, get us the exhibits.
Hold on. Before we even delve into him and his exhibits, last week we saw him attempt at a meeting. I say attempt because I don't know really what, up until this point, I'm not really clear as to what really was fruitful other than the bad mindedness of going to block off road. That's just how I see it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was just if you want peace, if for instance, put yourself in his shoes for 1 second. If you are somebody who is looking for peace, would you leave from point A, which is trying to solve, as per him, he's trying to solve a issue where families are fighting for the road, for vehicles not to crush the crops or vehicles not to pass, whatever it was that he was trying to fight for them. And you understand? Now, if you're fighting for that cause, a road cause and a worthy cause where, as per him, he told his followers that he's here to stand on the truth, right? What began, what seemed to begin as someone trying to seek peace or seek truth or seek clarity. To me, what I'm seeing right now has tunneled into a full blown attack, a hate, full blown hate attack. Why I say this? It was last week he was fighting for the cause of land and road. Now tell me in God's name, how could you leave from fighting for your family for road and for the land not to, the crops not to be crushed, and reach up behind Marwa's house in a river that Marwa owns, the both embankments. His house is on one side, and the other empty lot where the trees are, is the forest, is on the other side, and the river flows in the middle. Now he was saying, I overheard him say in another video, this guy, that Moremi, the same Moremi that was beaten, that Moremi was chased from digging sand at the river by Marwa. He wanted to get sand out of the river. This boy, this man, wanted to get sand from the river to build his house. Marwa already has his house and he want to have a house. So, are you telling me Marwa and Dimongo can't get a road past your relatives' a house? They can't get a road to pass. If they brush a leaf off of the crop, the truck skid and get over there in the garden, and you guys are ready to trample them, but yet you want to come and carry the authorities on Marwa because you were asked not to dig the sand, the same embankment that is eroding and tearing down the fence. Even though when the when the rain comes down, the river will bring sand, they will take it up. But if you allow them to dig, they will not have any mercy. They would dig until that whole blinking wall come down. So there has to be some order. What are you saying? No, instead of going, as per him, the only place that the sun comes is at the bridge, and behind Marwa's right by Marwa's, I say behind, by Marwa's wall, by Marwa's section of River YouTube or whatever. That's the only two places that, because by Marwa has the deepest end of the river, so that's where all the sand goes. No, if I own a land there, wouldn't I want no, let I no, if I own a piece of land right there, so if it was my land, if I was in the shoe of Marwa, personally, I would not allow you to come dig and digging down mercilessly because you wouldn't know when to stop. You understand me? You would not know when to stop. So me then gonna come and allow you to dig. I would have given you an ultimatum. Bro, take some sand and just ease up because you know that when you dig, it's going to cause more and more erosion. I'm already digging, then you come dig, everybody else gonna want, the whole village is gonna want to follow you, follow behind you, digging. Sooner or later, even my house gonna go down in the river because of the erosion. A quarter of Marwa's land to that side is already gone. No, even Marwa takes sand from that river, but not on a everyday regular basis. This is a one-off, one-time thing. But these guys, not that I'm trying to put point any blame anywhere. We've seen um many times on video camera, even at Jamaican grandma's land, we've seen where I think one time I saw the likes of Sintake and other people on Mara's video when he passed and he hailed them up and they were just digging. They dig the sand and sell. Mara said that on numerous occasions. So that's what I'm trying to get at. Sand are being dug and sold. I don't know if he would have joined, if this guy would have joined the selling sand gang, but at some point you have to put some, and then if he purchased the land, listen, if Marwa purchased the land on both sides of the river, don't you think, you know, at some point you would have to have some like a first preference, or even the government would give you first preference um to some extent, or first privileges to some extent. I don't even know at this point. All I'm trying to say is that in most cases you would have tried to ease them off because you know that they are digging sand to sell. Not that we know if this guy was going to dig sand to sell, but he's now here running to authorities to tell the authorities that Marwa has drainage pipe, sewage drainage pipe. No, no, guys, tell me this. That running to tell the authorities that people in the village uses the water. How many people been shitting in the bushes in that village? Hmm? How many of your villagers have toilet? I want you to tell me now, Chris the Great. How many people alongside that riverbank has a toilet? Even Murray may been shitting in his mother's cornfield until his mother had to tell him to stop. And Dee Mwango and her fans and David Jr. fans, they've been building a toilet for that boy. Don't come to the camera and don't try to fool and scam your viewers into thinking that it is sunshine, all sunshine in Nyabohan. Say it's not. And Marwa is the worst because they are the ones with the dark cloud hovering over Nyabohan. So the hate is so real. And what you're doing is so evident. On a serious note, what you're doing is so evident, plain as daylight, that it is nothing but malice. And you're trying to, with that malice, you're trying to build strife with the family. Because how could you jump from land, road? You finally got them to block off the road. The man make up his mind and block the road. Not fully, but partially blocking the road. And now you're here running down to Marwa's house after one block them off. You're running down to his house to film his fence, showing right now there's not even water in that in that thing that we saw with Rocio with the horse standing in the dry drain. There's not even water running out. Well, water might be further down, but then you would have to run from above to go below, right? The horse was just standing in the in the dry trench eating the grass. What water? Drainage. What are you saying? Or it must have horse or cow filth running in the river. Don't you guys take cow to the river to drink water? How many times have we seen you videos with people feeding cow in the river? What about the damn soap, the toxic detergent? Why you don't talk about the toxic detergent that you guys wash in the river for year in year out? What are you trying? It's like these people that you're trying to scam with your fake ass stories. These people that you're trying to scam are so freaking blind. All the years, you guys had no other option than to wash right there on the stones, bathe. How many pieces of soap bar have we seen on camera where they have lined on the stones by the riverside? Hmm? How many pieces of garbage? Even Ginto himself should have be ashamed because he the same thing that you're doing now. And I know that story came to you courtesy of Ginto because he tried that story before. He tried that story before, showing video how him cleaning the river, how Marwa house, Marwa people throwing filth over in the river, and people will believe in him. Marwa people throwing what filth over in the river? Throwing what garbage over in the river? What? At the end of the day, after investigation, that river coming from all the way, those garbage were coming from all the way at another section, from another section. And you damn know it. All of these stories, all of what you're whining and going through and running for envelopes to show people, going to authorities to do this and do that, it is going to backfire. It has been tried before. It's been tried before. Eh? It's been tried before. Do you have any proof that there is sewage coming from raw sewage coming from Marwa's house to the river? There are there are septic tanks lining the fish round to the back of the house. Not lining the fish alongside the thing where they had the fish tanks at the back of the house. Nicely done and sealed off. What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? How about those houses that don't have freaking toilets? Those yards, those homes that don't have toilets. Get over it.
Yeah, I mean, get us the video, or we can send our people there. But I said no, don't send anyone there, because this is Kenya, we know. You can be sent and you bring a wrong record. So as I speak, guys, I'm from down there with my X-Bits, with my record, with my camera. I've shot everything. Guys, you know, even I was talking about the wall, but I never knew that something bad is happening there.
See
I
what I tell
never
you
knew
again to give
it.
him the
In
information.
fact, I never knew it. So when I was just talking the exhibits, the confirmation, then it happened that I was going through that wall. Guys, eventually I met the pipes. Pipes. Those pipes have been connected. I don't know where they get those waste material from. I don't know if it's from the cows. I don't know if it's from the goats, from the...
Listen, are you listening to him? He don't know where they get this waste material from. Now listen, people take the same cows that are in Marwa yard. Same type, same cow is a cow is a cow. Cows are being led to the river, led through the river. I've seen it on cameras. What are you saying? Because it's Marwa, and you have to use his name now to your fans to bring pity. So you have to chastise him. You have to drag him to the cross. Crucify him in front of your fans so you can get something. Mercenary, who hired you? Fake pastor, who hired you?
horses. Imagine they are draining it right to the river.
Mm.
Imagine those waste materials are being drained to the river. I never knew that.
Imagine for a farming community, for someone from a farming community that uses all those chemicals issued by the government, all those chemicals that could get to the water table one way or the other because those farms line the river bank. You who are farming with all those chemicals that you put on your farm, your plants, what are you saying? You have no shame, period. You are running to a yard that has a fence with some drain pipe that leads the water from the waterlogged yard away from the yard to lead the water when the yard is logged. Those pipes are only there to lead the water out of the yard because the water sometimes takes the yard over and erodes the soil. No, he don't want to believe that. He wants to fabricate his stories for his fans so they can say, "Oh, Chris, you are here to save the and say, thank God for you, so you can stand up to that evil, wicked family." I'm like, what? But we will be here to watch you eat your words.
I never. I think tomorrow I'll post that video, but after I have taken it.
People bathing at the river. People washing at the river. Cows are fed, cattle are fed in that river. Cattle trod through that river, shitting at the river when them passing. Homes are alongside the river that has no toilet and then shitting at the bush. People plant by the river, they spray crops by the river. Leave Marwa two pipes alone. It is not going to profit you anything. Waste man. Waste man. Waste man. It is not going to profit you any damn thing. Nothing other than two freaking shillings that they send so you could continue with the drama, and then you are left to face with the peril that you created in your village. You will be left to face the perils that you created in your village after those two shillings near out and shit out and done. You are going to be left to face your villagers that you come to the internet to tarnish. That was what the chief was telling you, and that's why you overstep him. Yeah, there's something with my microphone. That's why you overstepped the chief and went elsewhere. In your own words, you said it. That's why you walk over the chief and went elsewhere to look for people to sign the paper because you did not like peace. The peace and the clarity that the chief was speaking out at the meeting, you drew a line right there so and said, I can't work with you because you depend for them side. No, he's not on anybody's side. The chief is speaking clarity, but you don't like it. You prefer to run to the internet because you know how the thing go, but it will backfire. We will be here to watch your backside under fire and you disappearing again like you did prior because you have nothing good inside. You are not here to seek peace. You are here to create drama for the money because you know that is what works. This is the new breed of content that I'm talking about, guys. This is the new breed of content that I was telling you that they are coming out of. They are coming out with once the others realize that they could no longer go back to the villa. They actually arrived at what we are looking at right now. So from whomever was expelled from the villa, he is in league with them. He's been watching and admiring how they've been getting things. And it's paining him to know that people are that the others are actually surviving and he can't be a part of it. So he schemed a way into this whole shit. He was looking for a way in. And now that you found it, hey, river, shitting in the river story now go done. Shitting in the river story won't finish. He will come with another side. Once he goes there and he realizes it's not workable, he's gonna come with another side until slowly you will fade away, fade away, fade away, fade away, fade away, fade away. Anyway, my people, I'm telling you the honest truth. These people don't want peace. People like them so. Them not look for no peace. No, no, no. The way how they think about that family is as if they could move them by just putting fire under them tail, they would be the rejoicing. And even the funny thing about it, even when Marwa is not in the village, these guys still find ways to fabricate and create stories and drama. So it's like they don't want, even though it is him, it is with his name. Because imagine him saying fixing things and he's here to fix things. Just imagine. But you come into the internet with story, all for your own purpose, your own needs. You want to have access after you block them and you work to block them from accessing their construction property. You know want to, you're a bully. Actually, you're a bully. You are a bully because now that you block them from accessing their property, you and your family block them from accessing their property, their construction site. Now you want to turn around and put the authorities on them for your own benefit because you know want to come by their house, by the property that Marwa owns with the river. You want to come by the river and dig sand, maybe to sell, who knows? So you want to bully him into allowing you to dig away the sand from underneath the fence so he could fall down and you rejoice. What are you trying to fix? What part of what you're doing is fixing anything? Bro, go look at your reflection. Go and take a look at your reflection and take a check and see. But right now, as he's in this and doing this and the money is coming in and people, he's making connections. He's making connections. The monies are coming in and he's feeling good, good. Yeah, and feel good about it. So with doing this, he can't see anything other than that how you say now, that goal that I want to reach, and it's to grow my subscribers. I want to grow my subscribers and also, hey, I want to grow my subscribers and also I this is a way for me to gain some revenue because I'm making connection. So you see why he will not seek for any peace. He's an opportunist. And I made a post the other day on my community that I say a fool does not seek wisdom. They only strive for attention. They seek only attention, not wisdom. And this is exactly what is happening here to this fake pastor. Hey, I don't know what to say. I don't know what more to say. I don't know what to say at this point. It's sad. It's really sad. Really, really sad to see the issues that they once would sit under a tree and solve is now the nastiest thing on social media. The online Nyabohanse, the YouTube Nyabohanse. Mm. And the ones them who don't even have a clue what's going on social media. They were sitting right there at the meeting because some of them don't even have an understanding of how even social media works. And don't even know that their innocent, their village is being ripped apart by Westerners who digging into confusion that is going on inside of the village and sending in money, giving them contributing to the chaos. Westerners that are contributing to the chaos in the village because they want the entertainment. And not even the entertainment alone, a lot of them develop this online, I call it online hate because they don't know Marwa in person. They don't know none of Marwa family members in person, but they develop this hate. Can you just watch somebody and hate them? How? It's a very strong word even for me to be using. Can you just watch somebody and despise them to that extent where you would be sending, aiding others, aiding others that are even from the same damn tribe, that are even from the same tribe to come and fight with them? Hmm? Why are you contributing to these things? You're not helping. That is not building no village and that is not looking for peace. People, let me tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, this guy is self centered, egotistical, and is looking for nothing but attention.
To the relevant, not irrelevant, to the relevant authority. I'll try to post it. Guys. If I come back tomorrow here, either I'll just tell you I've taken the video, what have they said. But actually, guys, it's so much pathetic. It's so bad. People who are saying that I don't know what, guys. No. Even when I was there, I was like, my goodness, what's this? How can you put a drainage right to the river? Huh? We are not living in Nairobi. And that is one of the things that made the government to evacuate people from along the river. Throwing the feces, crowding at the river banks there. And this is what is happening here, guys. And whoever is watching this, to my negative reactors, I know you are from Kenya. I know most of
Nonsense. At this point, all I have to say in closing is this guy wants no peace. That river been there all the time. Marwa's fence, Marwa's whatever, all the time. He was just looking for opportunity to delve into what his colleagues are getting, which is to build house, somebody to help them build a house, somebody to donate so he can do this, and this. And he's using that grand opportunity to lash back. You understand? To lash back and find a way into the fraternity, like what the rest of them be. Lazy, lazy, lazy. And shame on you who are contributing to them to fight their own villagers. Big up on yourself, my people. Leave your thoughts and comments on the comment section. I don't care who I don't care who want tell me no from the village, me no care. I'm speaking out on what I see them bringing to the internet. Can't speak of what me no know. Big up on yourself. Leave your thoughts and comments on the comment section. See you guys on the next one.